Wel welcome to Buena Vista College in J. Leslie Rollins Stadium, the final 1990 home game for the Buena Vista Beavers against the Wartburg Knights from Waverly, Iowa. And Matt, there's somewhat of a precedent with this last home game of the 1990 season.
Yeah, there is, Scott. It's a big game for both teams here this afternoon. For one, the Wartburg Knights is a big game. They're still in the hunt for the Iowa Conference Championship. Their hopes are small. However, at the same time, though, Scott, this is a big game for the Buena Vista Beavers as well. It hasn't been an overly successful year in terms of wins this year, but they want to win this last one to get their attitudes and the right frame of mind for next fall at the same time.
That's right. This is also a precedent since KBVC and Innovation Video are both broadcasting this game.
The Buena Vista Valor performing on the field here this afternoon. Let's take a listen to their pregame show. Buena Vista Valor performing here before the game starts here this afternoon, getting ready for our big game here between Wartburg and Buena Vista, the last game of the 1990 season. And now it looks like we're ready for our national anthem. Our national anthem performed by the Buena Vista College Valor before this afternoon's game between Wartburg and Buena Vista to close out the 1990 football season. We mentioned before we started, when we came on, that this is indeed a big game for both of these teams, Scott. Wartburg again in the hunt, still in the hunt for the conference title, and again an important game for BV as well.
That's right. Buena Vista Beavers want to close out the season on a good note, win another game for Coach Twait as he closes out his first season as their new coach, and also play the role of spoils, see if they can knock Wartburg out of the hunt for the Iowa Conference title, if possible.
Well, without a doubt, Wartburg has had one of their better years in recent years. Coming into this game, they're 6-1 in the Iowa Conference, 8-1 overall. Coming into this game with Buena Vista. BV, on the other hand, on the other side, 1-6 in the conference, 1-8 overall. Last week against Central, Wartburg's potent offense that they have was sort of stymied by the Central defense in a 27-0 loss to the Dutchman in Waverly. Even though the Wartburg offense only had 183 yards in total offense last week, Darren Boland, their excellent tailbacks, managed to still rush for 110 yards in that game. And it appears that these two running backs that Wartburg has are definitely a strong threat and will be a strong threat for Buena Vista to contend with here this afternoon.
That's right. For Buena Vista to stay in this game, they're going to have to shut down that running offense, plug the holes that they've been having on their defense, plus see if they can get something out of Mike Wilson in that arm of his. Use it to their benefit for one last time here as he closes out his senior year.
Well, that's true. The Buena Vista offense has struggled somewhat this year. They've only scored around 10 or 17 points a ball game so far this year. And the defense has had their problems too as well, giving up upwards of around 40-some points per ball game. But this game here this afternoon could really set the tone, I think, for next fall when they come back. They'll have a lot of returning starters coming back next year. And so, in terms of the right mental frame of mind, this can really play a big part in next year's season.
That's right. With 47 people on the team, 30-some being freshmen, they're going to have a lot of experience coming back for the next couple years. And it'll be to their benefit to use some of that today so they know what they got going into next year.
Well, that's true. About 5 minutes remaining here before the start of the game here this afternoon. Again, some other games this afternoon in the Iowa Conference. Simpson is playing at Upper Iowa this afternoon. Luther is playing at Central, William Penn at Dubuque, and of course this ball game here this afternoon, Wartburg and Buena Vista. The Iowa Conference standing as they look coming into this weekend's action. Central, of course, with their win last week over Wartburg, are still undefeated in the conference with a 7-0 record. Wartburg next at 6-1, and Simpson behind them at 5-2. Scott, the Iowa Conference race certainly looks to be in the hands of Central right now. But again, with a Wartburg win here this afternoon and a Central loss, there could still be some changes in the top of the standings.
That's right. So it's up to Buena Vista to see if they can give Wartburg another loss and just let Central take it all by themselves with an undefeated record.
Pretty good crowd on hand. Temperature not the warmest, I guess you could say, here this afternoon. The wind's blowing out of the north right now, I'd say around 5 to 10 miles an hour. We watched the kickers warming up in warm-ups, and it didn't look like they were having so many problems kicking into this wind.
Well, we'll have to see once they do actually use the kicking game, but they weren't having too much trouble, as you said, but this wind may come up rather unexpectedly, so time will tell.
Well, that's true. The Buena Vista Valor now making its way off the field, and we'll be getting underway here pretty soon. This is, of course, Hall of Fame weekend here at Buena Vista. It's the annual weekend during the season when Buena Vista inducts its new members into the Buena Vista College Athletic Hall of Fame. 3 members being inducted today. Russell Eady, a 4-year letterman in baseball and a 3-year letter winner in basketball, currently of Storm Lake, is being inducted. Kevin McDonald was part of 1 football championship and lettered a total of 9 times in 3 separate sports here at Buena Vista. He's going into the Hall of Fame, as is Dave Dolan, a 1973 graduate who participated and lettered every year in the sports that he participated in here at BV. He lettered twice in football while playing on the 72 championship team. So again, a nice class here for the Buena Vista's annual Hall of Fame weekend.
That's right. All the more reason to win the game here. win in front of the people being inducted in the Hall of Fame. Plus, for the graduating seniors, Mike Hirschberger, Mike Wilson, Shane Hobbin, Brian Hobbs, as well as the others, looking for that last win of their 1990 season and their college career.
Well, it looks like Buena Vista has won the toss, and they have elected to defer in this first half, and so Wartburg will receive to start the ball game, and they will defend the south goal here at J. Leslie Rollins Stadium. Again, we had quite a bit of snow early part of the week, but it was all taken off the field rather quickly, and the field looks to be in pretty solid shape right now.
That's right. Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday morning, I should say, ground was still covered with about an inch of snow. They had the tractors out here to clean it off. About finally Thursday, the snow completely was gone from the ground. Yet there's that pile down at the south corner. Took a little grass with it, so it looked like it did damage it, but it still looks pretty good field for middle of November.
Well, that's true, and again, the wind will probably be somewhat of a factor here this afternoon. We don't know as to what degree. Again, as we were talking about in warm-ups, teams were able to throw the ball pretty well so far, so we'll have to see as the day goes on what this wind does and how it will affect the kicking game and the passing game of both teams.
That's right. With that arm of Mike Wilson, we'll just have to wait and see how this wind does affect him.
As you take a look at the Buena Vista Beavers, and first-year coach Kevin Twait wrapping up his first year here. I think it's been a learning experience for everybody here in this first year. Again, not too many wins to show for it, but they're playing a lot of young kids this year, and I'm sure that bright things are in store for the Buena Vista football team.
That's right. Buena Vista didn't win quite as many games as they expected. New coach combined with a majority of freshmen, almost 3/4 of them, that combined all the same year, somewhat of a learning experience for both. So hopefully next year, Buena Vista Beavers will get right back on track, and within 2 years, they should be in the race for the conference title. Buena Vista getting ready to kick off here. Deep for Wartburg receiving will be number 19, Ryan Erickson. Number 14, Ken Rowan, or 49, Ken Rowan. Number 10, Eric Wessels. And the kick from Buena Vista, it's off. Taken at about the 15 by Ken Rowan. He's up to about the 30, and he's stopped there by committee of Buena Vista Beavers. Looks like Mike Kenny and Don Hoedecke were in there for the stop. Wartburg Knights getting ready to start things off here. They'll be starting at about their own 29.5-yard line. 14:53 left here in the first quarter. Just getting underway.
Pretty decent run back that time by Wartburg. We'll have to see what they come out and do against this Buena Vista defense.
Okay. Handoff. So number 26, Darren Bolin, he takes it up to about the 35. Gain of about 5 on the play. Be second down and 5 to go.
Pretty good blocking across the right side of the Wartburg offensive line. Gain of about 5.
Okay, Mike Gabrielson and Eric Wessels, the wideouts for Buena Vista, or Wartburg. Ooh, just a little bit of motion there on the Wartburg offensive line. Someone got a little antsy, get that play off.
Everybody a bit uptight here getting things underway, and you can tell from the intensity levels of both teams coming onto the field that they're pumped up and ready to play this one.
That's right. With this big game, they want to get that play off. They want to get off quick as possible. So that sets Wartburg back. It'll be second 10 now from their own 30-yard line. Andy Ott at quarterback for Wartburg Knights. Hands off to Bolin. He goes up the middle. He's at his own 40. He's going 50. He's going to make a bigger run. He's stopped at the Buena Vista 30-yard line for a gain of about 50 yards on that play. big play for the Wartburg Knights. Caught the Buena Vista Beavers somewhat by surprise, Matt.
Well, that's their big running back, their big tailback, Darren Boland. And again, he's had an awesome year for the Knights so far. And again, he broke across the right side of the offensive line and then cut back against the grain there. Another big gain for the Wartburg Knights.
That's right. Meat and potatoes of that Wartburg offense, Darren Boland. Eric Wessels now in the backfield for him. Hands off to Wessels. And he goes upfield for about a gain of 5 yards. Be second, about 4 or 5 to go.
Early on, it looks like Wartburg getting pretty good penetration against the Buena Vista defensive line. Pretty good running attack up front, and they've had the ability to cut back on the play once they've gotten through the offensive line. And so, right off the start, Wartburg putting a good drive together here.
Okay, Mark Kelly and Eric Wessels now in the backfield for Wartburg. Mike Gabrielson and Corey Halverson, the wideouts. We have a flag on the play. Looks like could be delay of game. That'll set him back another 5 yards. Be second, about 10 to go for the second, about 11 to go for the Wartburg Knights on the Buena Vista 31.
2 penalties already for Wartburg here this afternoon. So far, the first one they had early on didn't seem to bother their drive so far. We'll see how they react to this one.
Okay, Darren Boland now comes back in for the Knights. And Yacht rolls out right. He's going to take it himself. And he'll gain about 2 or 3 yards. Not really that much there for the Knights, Matt.
Larry Williams made a good play on that time. Didn't go for the fake and the quarterback draw and stayed home and was able to bring down the quarterback there for a little gain.
Okay, 3rd and 11 here for the Wartburg Knights. Buena Vista 31-yard line. Mark Kelly and Darren Boland in the backfield. Handoff is to Darren Boland. He's going up the middle. He's going down to the Buena Vista 5-yard line. Late flags on the play. Gain of about 25 if it stands, and looks like it should.
No, there was that draw play again for Wartburg. Again, they ran it really well. They put 2 wide receivers out to this side. Looked like the passing formation, but again, the draw very effective, but it looks like it's going to come back. Penalties offset that time, I guess.
Flags were very late on that play. And that'll be 3rd and 11 for the Wartburg Knights.
Take a look at that play again. Coming back here again, cutting back up against the grain, the 2 wideouts to the left side, and the draw play working very successful for Wartburg so far.
Okay. Mark Gabrielson, Darren Boland, wide out left. Eric Wessels, Mark Kelly in the backfield. The give is to Eric Wessels, and he's stopped in the backfield by Brett Bourne and Brian Hops. No gain whatsoever there for the Knights. Well, pretty much read that all the way.
Pretty much the same play that time for Wartburg. Again, they put 2 wideouts here to the near side and tried to run the draw play that time. Buena Vista waiting for it and made the stop for a loss on the play.
4th and 14 for the Wartburg Knights on the Buena Vista 34-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Neil Troy and Mark Gabrielson out wide out left. Out rolls out, looks downfield, and he's got Gabrielson, and he hits him for a complete pass. Now bring him down to about the 8-yard line of Buena Vista. 1st down, Wartburg Knights.
Well, nice throw and a nice catch that time by the Wartburg offense. Gabrielson just got between 2 BV defenders that time, found a little open spot in the zone, and made the catch and took it down inside the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal.
Buena Vista has been playing some tough defense after that big running play by Darren Boland. Boland and Gabrielson now in the backfield. Handoff is to Darren Boland. Looks like it's going to be a draw. Gain of very little. Stop by Brian Hops. Greg Nath was in there as well.
Well, not much doing there for Wartburg that time. Again, straight up the middle, and the BVC left side of the defensive line able to stiffen up there.
That's right, that big gain by Darren Bolin caught him somewhat by surprise. They're starting to tie it up just now. Neil Troy out left for the Wartburg Knights. Eric Wessel's out right. The pitch out to Darren Bolin. He's running to his right, and he's in for the touchdown. Wartburg takes early lead, 6-0.
A nice sweep there again, pretty much just a basic pitch to Bolin on the right side, and cuts in between different Buena Vista defenders for the touchdown. Wartburg on the scoreboard here early, 6-0, first quarter.
Looking for the kick from Corey Halverson at on the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. Wartburg now takes the lead, 7-0. 10-17 left in the first quarter.
Well, on that play again, just the basic sweep to the left side. There's a good block there by the guard pulling on that play, and it results in a 7-0 score and an early lead for Wartburg.
That's right. Darren Bolin, the meat and potatoes of this Wartburg offense. 4-year running back for the Wartburg Knights after being a 4-year starting quarterback for the Clarksville Indians back in Northeast Iowa. So he knows how to run the offense.
We'll have to see how Buena Vista reacts to this opening score by Wartburg. Hopefully they can put something together here early on in their first drive of the ball game.
Okay, deep awaiting the kick from Halverson's Bruce Troyer, Jim DeMars, and Jimmy Hendrickson. It's taken by Troyer at his own 25-yard line. He's looking for some room. Not very much there. And he stopped at about the 30-yard line where the Buena Vista Beavers will get set up on offense.
In that first drive by Wartburg, a very impressive drive. Had 2 penalties in that drive. But at the same time, we're able to overcome it with a couple of big plays. And it's got them in the lead here early in the ball game.
Okay, here we go. Jim DeMars out right. Kerry Didier out left. Bruce Troy and Brett Anderson in the backfield. Handoff to Troyer up the middle. And he's stopped at about the 38-yard line. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Second down and short to go for the Buena Vista Beavers. Off to a good start there by that run by Bruce Troyer.
Good running room up there on the left side, and if the offensive line can keep that up, it looks like they're going to have a pretty successful day.
Okay, Kent Bailey now in at outright. Handoff is to Bruce Troyer once again. And he got very little on that play, maybe about a yard or 2.
Good stiffening up that time by the Knights.
Somewhat of about a 3rd and 2 yardage here for the Beavers.
Important for Buena Vista here to at least pick up a first down here on this opening drive. So I guess you could say this is a big play here early on for the Beavers.
That's right. Keep them in the game. They have to get a first down and a score as well. That would help. Burning in motion, handoff for the pitch out to Bruce Troyer. He's running out to his right. He's going to lose a couple yards on that play. Nothing there for him. The Knights read that play all the way. Committee of tacklers there led by Craig Bode for the stop. So that'll bring up a 4th down. And about 5 yards to go here. That'll bring out Jim Martin to punt for the Beavers.
Well, on 3rd down and 1, Buena Vista elected to run the option that time, and hoping to catch Wartburg off guard, and it was not very successful.
Craig Barnum deep to receive the kick, and it bounced out at about the 31-yard line of Wartburg. And so with 8:25 here, Wartburg Knights will get things going once again.
Pretty good crowd here this afternoon over at J. Leslie Rollins Stadium for this last game of the year, considering the cold weather and everything. Important defensive drive here for the Beavers.
And Yod hands off to Darren Bolin. Draw up the middle. That is stopped by Jason Edwards and Larry Williams. A loss of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Well, good work that time by the Buena Vista defense that time, basically stopping everything up on the left side. You see the handoff there across the left side, and good work that time at the initial point of contact.
Neil Troy wide out right for the Wartburg Knights. Darren Bolin in the backfield. The give is to Mark Kelly. He goes up the middle, stopped at about the 34-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play for the Knights.
Well, quick hitting trap play up the middle that time, hoping to get some early success right at the point of contact that time, and good pickup of gain of 2 or 3 yards on the play.
The Knights mixing it up between their running backs, Mark Kelly and Darren Bolin. Kelly and Bolin once again in the backfield. Ott drops back, looks downfield, he wants to throw, and he's got Eric Wessels about the 50-yard line, and he's brought down at about the 41-yard line at Buena Vista College. First down for the Wartburg Knights.
Well, on the third down play that time, the Buena Vista defender, Mike Kenny, when he was backpedaling that time on the receiver, happened to fall down a little bit, allowing the receiver to come back to the ball and pick up the nice gain.
1st and 10 for the Wartburg Knights on the Buena Vista 43-yard line. Kelly and Bolin in the I formation for the Knights. Gabrielson out left. The pass deep. Interception by Buena Vista's Greg Nath. And he runs around looking for some room, and he's brought down about the 13-yard line of Buena Vista.
Well, excellent play that time by Nath on that play. That time the Wartburg quarterback just basically took 2 steps back and just floated it up there and basically put it up for grabs between his receiver and Nath came away with the interception. Just lofts it up there, right there, and good coverage there by Nath that time, and he makes the stop, or makes the catch.
Mike Wilson drops back. He looks downfield. Tight end Matt Bauman gets the catch, and he's brought down to about the 28-yard line. First down for Buena Vista here.
Good one-headed grab by Matt Bauman that time. The pass a little bit behind him, and able to corral it there with one hand and bring it in for a nice game.
That's right. Getting back to the interception by Greg Nath. Nath got the opportunity to start this game after that injury to Kerry Murphy, another starting freshman here for the Buena Vista Beavers. DeMars and Bailey out left, or right, excuse me. DeMars now comes in motion. Handoff is to Troyer. He runs around to his left, looks for some room, heads over the sideline. He's brought down for maybe a gain of 1 on the play. The 2nd 9.
Nice job of stringing the play out that time by the Wartburg defense, and a good pursuit on that time, as we'll be able to see it here. Again, good job at that time of the Wartburg defense stringing the play out in good pursuit and able to nail the running back for a minimal gain.
Okay, DeMars out left, Diddy right. DeMars comes in motion. Wilson drops back, looks downfield. It's thrown in the direction of Jim DeMars. Almost intercepted by Kurt Gross from Wartburg. He dropped it, so that'll be incomplete. 3rd down and 9 for the Buena Vista Beavers. Looking once again for another 3rd down conversion. Could they do it here?
Well, that time was a good play by Jim DeMars. He, for a moment there, became a defensive safety on that time. He had to knock the ball away from 2 Wartburg defensive players in order to save an interception from taking place.
Kent Bailey right. DeMars comes in motion left. Right once again. Troyer and Bailey in the backfield. The option out to Troyer. He's running to his right, and he's dragged down at about the 31-yard line. So I'll bring up a 4th down situation once again. Jim Martin from Cherokee will come out to do the punting duties.
Well, that time, number 87, Jerry Wessels, came all the way from his other linebacking spot across the field and was able to run down the option back that time for Buena Vista and make a nice play on the time. And for the 2nd time, Buena Vista will have to punt.
Craig Barnum once again deep to receive. The punt from Jim Martin. And it goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Wartburg. the 37-yard line of Wartburg.
Very high punt that time by Buena Vista, and with the wind behind them, not able to get as much behind as they would have liked. And as a result, Wartburg will start out here in very good field position here with 4:53 left to play in the first quarter.
Kelly and Bolin in the backfield. Eric Wessels right. Neil Troy left. Handoff to Bolin. He goes up the middle again. Looking to go outside. He's brought down about the 49-yard line. Gain of about 9 yards on the play. Second and short to go, Matt.
Well, again, nice play that time by the Wartburg left side of the offensive line as they just run right through the BV defense, and some weak tackling there by the Beavers allows for a nice gain by Wartburg. Second down and about 2.
Bolin and Kelly in the backfield once again. Gabrielson left. Wessels right. The give is to Bolin. And he's brought down just past the 50-yard line for the Wartburg first down.
Short drop play that time. Good enough for a first down for Wartburg anyway. As you look at the Buena Vista sideline there.
First and 10 for Wartburg at the 48-yard line of Buena Vista. Handoff is to Mark Kelly. He takes it for about a gain of 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Little counter option in that play, starting on the left side and cutting back across the right side of the offensive line that time. Short gain on the play, and Buena Vista stiffening up really good there.
Wartburg here with the early lead, 7-0 in the first quarter. 3.5 minutes left to go. Wartburg driving it once again. Pitch is to Bolin. He runs to his right, and he's brought down.
Jason Leonard, a freshman from Emmetsburg, in there on that play. Again, the pitch there to the running back there, and you see Leonard getting in there and making a nice stop there as he shucked his blocker there and was able to make the play for a minimal gain once again for Wartburg.
Another third down conversion here for the Knights. Third and about 5 or 6 to go. Drops back looking to throw. He's got Mark Gabrielson. Just as he comes up with the ball, Shane Hobbin was there to stop him. Impressive hit put on by Shane Hobbin there, the senior from Pocahontas.
Well, Gabrielson able to get in between 2 defenders, but then gets sandwiched as he goes up high for the ball. Shane Hobbin, again, a nice stick that time to cause the incompletion. And for the first time, Wartburg will have to punt here this afternoon.
First punt for the Wartburg Knights. Neil Troy to do the punting duties. And it's almost a fake. He's looking downfield. He's going to run it on his own. Mark Gabrielson was the punter on that. Couldn't get the punt off. Runs it back to about the original line of scrimmage. And Buena Vista will take over with good field position here with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Well, that time the punter for Wartburg, Mike Gabrielson, again basically hesitated on that play and thought he saw a little daylight there that time, and then became too late for him to run with the ball, and then he was forced to run with it.
Okay, go ahead. Mike Wilson looking to get things going again. Throw to Bruce Troyer goes incomplete, just off his hands. That'll fall for an incompletion. 2nd and 10 here for the Buena Vista Beavers.
Short pass play to Troyer going across the middle that time, just overthrown by Wilson. Important here for BV to get something going. They haven't had much going here in their previous drives here in the first quarter. They'd like to get a couple first down at least and move the ball to the other end of the field.
That's right. Wartburg's had ball control majority of the first quarter here, yet the score's only 7-0. Buena Vista looking to tie it up here. Handoff is the pitch back was to Bruce Troyer. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Fortunately, he recovers it, and that'll bring him back to about the 38-yard line.
just a mishandled snap that time, and BV lucky to recover that. As you can see, Troy are unable to handle the pitch there from Wilson, but luckily the Beavers able to recover, and they'll hang on to the ball. However, they'll bring up a long 3rd down and 16 situation now.
Didier right, DeMars left. The handoff's Jim Hendrickson. He breaks it loose, and he's to about the 48-yard line of Wartburg. Gain of about 15 on the play, as you can see here.
Well, as you see on this play, it looks like the play was stopped at the initial line of scrimmage. However, the runner got through there and was able to pick up a big gain on the play.
4th and 3, Coach Twait elects to punt. Craig Barn once again to return. Snap to Martin. It's good. The punt by Martin is down to about the 17-yard line of Wartburg. Wartburg offense comes back out on the field to get something going once again, with just over a minute left to go in the first quarter.
Pretty impressive play so far by the Wartburg defense, not allowing too much yardage by the Beavers and forcing 2 or 3 punts here early on in the first quarter. And their offense again back on the field, trying to add to their 7-0 lead.
Bolin and Kelly in the backfield for Wartburg. The handoff is to Kelly, and he's stopped for very little gain, if whatsoever. And that'll be about 2nd and 10 here for the Wartburg Knights.
Good work up front that time by the Beaver defensive line, basically winning that battle against the Wartburg offensive line that time for no gain. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and long situation.
Eric Wessel's out left for the Wartburg Knights. Handoff is to Bolin, and he takes it upfield to about the 25-yard line. Gain of about 5 or 6 on the play.
Bolin, a very athletic runner, able to coming out of the backfield here this time and able to leap a tackler right there and able to pick up good yardage across the 25. Still bring up a third down situation.
Ball on the 25-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, Wartburg Knights lead the Buena Vista Beavers 7-0.
Teams will trot to the other end of the field, and this time Wartburg will be going with the wind. Remember that BV deferred the initial coin toss on the coin. They won the coin toss and elected to defer, and so Wartburg took the ball and went against the wind in the first quarter. Now they'll turn around and go from north to south with it here in the second quarter.
That's right, and considering that all that time Wartburg controlled the ball, and with those few big plays by Darren Bolin, the score is only 7-0. Buena Vista is keeping in there with Wartburg, looking to play the role of spoilers here today, try to knock Wartburg out of the race for that conference title.
Big third down play here for Buena Vista, 3rd down and about 1, hoping to keep Wartburg in its own territory.
The handoff is to Mark Kelly, and he stopped at about the first down goal, or the first down goal. Could be close. He'll bring in the chain gang to measure it.
Kelly, a very strong runner, and able to bounce off a tackler and able to get across to pick up that first down.
Wartburg did get the first down. They have Eric Wessels and Eric Stig in the backfield for him. Ott passes, and the throw is complete. To Nick Smith out of the backfield. Penalty on the play.
Nice play by Smith that time, coming out of the backfield, able to see the little open area and be a secondary receiver on that play for the quarterback. However, penalty on the play. Looks like it will bring it back. Talking with the Buena Vista captains there, and it looks like Buena Vista will accept the penalty. Again, the running back coming out of the backfield that time. Pass was complete, but again, the penalty moves him back, and a long first down play.
1st and 15 for Wartburg Knights on their own 21-yard line. Handoff to Derek Wessels. He goes to his left, running a sideline pattern. He's tripped up by Mike Hirschberg and eventually brought down by Jamie Van Berkom. Gets the first down and then some. And he's finally brought down at about the 46-yard line.
As you can see, excellent block right here by 69 for Wartburg as he allows the runner to move farther ahead. Just Kevin Starkvet that time. Excellent block downfield. And another Wartburg first down.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Wartburg Knights at the 45-yard line. Handoff up the middle is to Nick Smith. A gain of about 2 or 3 on the play.
Every time Buena Vista seems to stop the Wartburg offense for 2 or 3 plays, Wartburg always seems to come back with a crucial 3rd down and long play to get them another first down.
That's right. Buena Vista Beavers have to be tough on every play. They can't allow just a big play every now and then and stop the small ones. They have to stop them on every play. Nick Smith and Darren Boland in the backfield. Handoff is to Boland. He goes to his left, looking to get outside. Couldn't. He's brought down for a gain of about 1 yard.
We mentioned in the opening that the field looks to be in really good condition. That time it may be a little unsure. That time Boland tried to cut back inside and lost his footing that time and went down.
Okay, 3rd and 6 for the Wartburg Knights. Wessels and Troy. Eric Wessels and Neil Troy out to the right for the Wartburg Knights. The fake handoff to Boland. Ott looks downfield. He throws. And Neil Troy couldn't come down with it. Just a little over his head.
Well, excellent coverage that time on the play by the Buena Vista secondary downfield. None of the receivers of Wartburg were open. Especially good coverage that time by Mike Kenny on that play to force the incompletion.
Wartburg will punt on 4th down here. The snap. Punts is good. It's up. Mike Hirschberger comes up with it about the 13-yard line, slips a little bit, and gets back to about the 15-yard line.
Well, ever since that first drive, the Buena Vista defense, I guess you could say, has bent, but it hasn't broken and hasn't allowed any points since that opening drive. Now it's up to the offense to try and get something going against the wind here in the 2nd quarter.
That's right, the score is only 7-0. Buena Vista's still in it right here. Jim Hendrickson and Bruce Troy in the backfield. DeMars comes in motion left. The handoff's to Troyer. The gain up the middle for about 2 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 or 8 to go. Hendrickson and Troy in the backfield. DeMars and Kent Bailey out left. Handoff is to Hendrickson. The gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Not much running room again across the left side of the offensive line. Running game so far for Buena Vista this afternoon. Not much straight up ahead. have had some success with the option plays to the wide sides of the field. But again, BV faced with another 3rd down and long situation.
Ball at their own 19-yard line. Buena Vista looking to get things going. They're going to go to the air. Mike Wilson looks downfield, trying to find open receiver. Runs out of room. He's chased out of bounds at about the 20-yard line by Tyrone Anderson and others. That'll bring up 4th down and about 5 yards to go deep in their own territory. They will punt.
Excellent coverage downfield by the Wartburg secondary. Wilson trying to find a receiver. Keeps on looking and looking. Finally is forced out of the pocket as he rolls to his right and then eventually has to just step out of bounds.
Nice spiral punt from Jim Martin. To Nick Smith out of the backfield. Penalty on the play.
Nice play by Smith that time, coming out of the backfield, able to see the little open area and be a secondary receiver on that play for the quarterback. However, penalty on the play. Looks like it will bring it back. Talking with the Buena Vista captains there. And it looks like Buena Vista will accept the penalty. Again, the running back coming out of the backfield that time. Pass was complete, but again, the penalty moves them back and a long first down play.
1st and 15 for Wartburg Knights. On their own 21-yard line. Handoff to Derek Wessels. He goes to his left, running the sideline pattern. He's tripped up by Mike Hirschberg and eventually brought down by Jamie Van Berkom. Gets the 1st down and then some. And he's finally brought down at about the 46-yard line.
As you can see, excellent block right here by 69 for Wartburg as he allows the runner to move farther ahead. Kevin Starkvet that time, excellent block downfield, and another Wartburg 1st down.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Wartburg Knights at the 45-yard line. Handoff up the middle is to Nick Smith. A gain of about 2 or 3 on the play.
Every time Buena Vista seems to stop the Wartburg offense for 2 or 3 plays, Wartburg always seems to come back with a crucial 3rd down and long play to get them another 1st down.
That's right. Buena Vista Beavers have to be tough on every play. They can't allow just a big play every now and then and stop the small ones. They have to stop them on every play. Nick Smith and Darren Boland in the backfield. Handoff is to Boland. He goes to his left. Looking to get outside. Couldn't. He's brought down for a gain of about 1 yard.
We mentioned in the opening that the field looks to be in really good condition. That time it may be a little unsure. That time Boland tried to cut back inside and lost his footing that time and went down.
Okay, 3rd and 6 for the Wartburg Knights. Wessels and Troy. Eric Wessels and Neil Troy out to the right for the Wartburg Knights. The fake handoff to Boland. Ott looks downfield. He throws. And Neil Troy couldn't come down with it. Just a little over his head.
Well, excellent coverage that time on the play by the Buena Vista secondary downfield. None of the receivers of Wartburg were open. Especially good coverage that time by Mike Kenny on that play to force the incompletion.
Wartburg will punt on 4th down here. The snap. Punts is good. It's up. Mike Hirschberger comes up with it about the 13-yard line, slips a little bit, and gets back to about the 15-yard line.
Well, ever since that first drive, the Buena Vista defense, I guess you could say, is bent, but it hasn't broken and hasn't allowed any points since that opening drive. Now it's up to the offense to try and get something going against the wind here in the second quarter.
Tried to score is only 7-0. Buena Vista's still in it right here. Jim Hendrickson and Bruce Troy in the backfield. DeMars comes in motion left. The handoff's to Troyer. The gain up the middle for about 2 yards. That'll bring up a second down and 7 or 8 to go. Hendrickson and Troy in the backfield. DeMars and Kent Bailey out left. Handoff is to Hendrickson. The gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Not much running room again across the left side of the offensive line. Running game so far for Buena Vista this afternoon. Not much straight up ahead. Have had some success with the option plays to the wide sides of the field. But again, BV faced with another third down and long situation.
Ball at their own 19-yard line. Buena Vista looking to get things going. They're going to go to the air. Mike Wilson looks downfield, trying to find open receiver. Runs out of room. He's chased out of bounds at about the 20-yard line by Tyrone Anderson and others. That'll bring up fourth down and about 5 yards to go deep in their own territory. They will punt.
Excellent coverage downfield by the Wartburg secondary. Wilson trying to find a receiver. Keeps on looking and looking. Finally is forced out of the pocket as he rolls to his right and then eventually has to just step out of bounds.
Nice spiral punt from Jim Martin. Fair catch by Eric Barnum. Just shy of the 50-yard line. Be about 47-yard line of Wartburg. 7-0 here of Wartburg with just under 11.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Wartburg offense once again takes the field.
Good field position now for Wartburg as they try to move in for their second score. Again, have come up empty the last 2 or 3 times due to some very good defensive play by Buena Vista.
Wessels and Troy Wright. Smith and Bolin in the backfield. The give is to Bolin. He goes to his left. Brought down after a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play.
Good read that time by the Buena Vista linebackers, Hobbin and Jensen. They're able to see the draw play coming to the right side and able to stop it for a little gain.
Ball right at the 50-yard line for Wartburg. Second, about 7 or 8 to go. Drops back, throws to Bolin. He catches it. He's brought down about the 45-yard line. About 3 yards short of the first down. I'll bring up another third down conversion here for the Wartburg Knights.
Well, as you can see, they try to use Bolin in many different ways. He's a very versatile player. That time they take him out of the backfield and float him out there along the right flat as he makes a little catch for a nice little gain. Brings up a short third down play now for the Knights.
Three backs in the backfield. Handoff is to Mark Kelly. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line for the first down.
Straight ahead power football that time. Again, 3 backs in the backfield. They just hand off to Kelly, and he just bowls his way over the left side of the offensive line, picks up another first down.
Bolin and Smith in the backfield. Wessels and Troy out left. It rolls, drops back, looks downfield. Just off the hands of Mike Gabrielson. That'll go incomplete. Another third down play here for the Wartburg Knights.
Well, that time good coverage that time 3 defenders around the Wartburg receiver. One of them had to fall down, which allowed the receiver to come open for just a minute, but the pass was overthrown and falls incomplete.
Second and 10 for the Wartburg Knights. The handoff is to Darren Bolin again. And he's brought down at about the 38-yard line. Buena Vista territory.
Well, again, Wartburg trying the draw play again, what they've had some success with so far this afternoon. That time, not fooling the Buena Vista defense as they stop it for no gain, and it brings up a 3rd down and long situation.
Okay, Bolin did not gain anything on that last play. It will be 3rd and 10. Wartburg's going to there, looks downfield. Intended for Eric Wessels, Greg Nath, and Mike Hirschberg of the secondary for Buena Vista were in the area.
Well, again, excellent play that time, and good pressure put on the quarterback this time by the Buena Vista defensive line. Coming from all angles here, forced to unload the ball early. And as he expresses his frustration on the play that time. And
Mike
again,
Hirschberg,
another 4th down situation brought up by the Buena Vista defense.
Mike Hirschberger deep to await the kick from Mike Gabrielson. High spiral, that'll land in the end zone for a touchback. Buena Vista offense will come back out on the field to start it up again at their own 20-yard line.
I'll tell you, the Buena Vista defense has to be really pleased so far this afternoon, Scott. They've played out of their heads since the opening drive of the game, and hopefully this will sort of pick up the offense here as they try and get something going here in the 2nd quarter.
That's right. Wartburg's controlled the ball the most of the time, yet they haven't scored that much. It's only 7-0 Wartburg. Wilson drops back, throws. It's caught by Mark Bruning. He's tackled by Kyle Kreinbring at the Buena Vista 40-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 once again for the Buena Vista Beavers.
Excellent play that time by Wilson as he makes the fake into the offensive line. Bruning just releases his blocker and scoots out there up the middle and able to make the over-the-head catch and for a nice gain for Buena Vista.
1st and 10 at the Buena Vista 41-yard line. Wilson drops back, looking to throw once again. It's caught by Kent Bailey at about the 47-yard line. Another 1st down once again for the Buena Vista Beavers.
Looks like BV is trying to put a little more passing in their attack here in the 2nd quarter. Again, the wide receiver this time just wide open across the middle. And another Buena Vista 1st down.
Utilizing that arm of Mike Wilson. Shotgun formation. The snap is high. Wilson's looking around. And he's stopped at his own 35-yard line.
You talk about mistakes that can just kill a drive. Those are the things that you don't like to see. Buena Vista moving the ball very well there. And all of a sudden, the high snap causes a huge loss in this play. And now it'll really test the Buena Vista offense to see if they can recover from this setback in this drive.
First shotgun formation we've seen from the Beavers today. Snap from Lance Herbold went straight up in the air instead of back. Buena Vista looking to recover from that. Handoff is to Bruce Troyer. He runs to his left. He's brought out of bounds. He stays in bounds at about the 42-yard line of Buena Vista.
Buena Vista trying the draw that time, hoping to catch Wartburg off guard. They've went to the pass there the last few times, hopefully thinking that they can get some good yardage on the draw. They pick up about 5 or 6 yards, but that's about it. And now, again, a very long 3rd down play coming up.
Okay, 3rd forever to go, really. It's about on their own 41-yard line. Shotgun formation once again. Wilson looks to throw. Middle screen to Brad Anderson. And he's brought out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Still short of the 1st down.
Well, that time the setting up the little screen pass over to the left side, and Anderson able to get behind his blockers a few times that time. However, far short of the first down, and Buena Vista once again having to punt.
Jim Martin to punt once again. Craig Barnum calls for the fair catch at the 27, 28-yard line. Wartburg Knights offense comes back onto the field.
Defensive battle being played out here this afternoon. Good defensive work being done by both teams so far in this ball game. Now Buena Vista once again faced with stopping the Knights here.
Wartburg Knights looking to get set up here. They'll start from their own 29-yard line. Wartburg will call a timeout here. Andy Ott will go to the sidelines, talk things over with Coach Don Canfield. And so with that commercial, or timeout, we'll take a timeout as well, with Wartburg leading 7-0 with 7 minutes left to go.
We'll be together each and every night. That's Monday through Friday, right here on Innovation Video, Cable Channel 3 from Buena Vista College. We'll be together tonight.
High radon levels will expose your family to as much radiation as having hundreds of chest x-rays in 1 year. Call to get your radon test information.
Okay, we're back. Wartburg offense back on the field. Andy Ott hands off to Darren Bolin. Bolin's brought down after a gain of about 2 yards on the play. We've seen a lot of running today from Darren Bolin of the Wartburg Knights.
Seems like they try to focus their offense around the talents of Bolin. Again, over 100 yards rushing last week in their 27-0 loss to Central. And again, is the focal point of the offense here this afternoon against Buena Vista.
Smith and Bolin in the backfield. Wessel's left. A fake handoff to Bolin. Ott rolls out to his left. He's going to take it on his own. He gets the first down and a couple yards more. Brought down just shy of the 45-yard line of Wartburg College.
Well, again, containment is an important thing here. And as you can see, Buena Vista doesn't keep the containment here on the quarterback. He gets out to the left side, has a couple of blockers before him, and is able to pick up good yardage around the left side and another Wartburg first down.
Buena Vista defensive ends have been doing their job of keeping the ball inside. They've been letting it slip outside. Unfortunately for the Knights, they've been utilizing that to their advantage. Gabrielson comes in motion right. The handoff is to Smith up the middle. That'll be a gain of a couple yards.
Wind appears to be not as strong as it was when we first started play here this afternoon. However, it still, I think, is a factor coming out of the north.
2nd down, 6 here to go for the Wartburg Knights, just shy of the 50-yard line. Andy Ott fakes handoff to Bolin, looks downfield once again. He's going to take it himself. He gains about at 1 or 2 yards on that play.
Buena Vista secondary not taken in by the fake that time, as the fake pitch was made and the quarterback rolls out here to the left side and keeps looking, and finally has to eat it and take it upfield and get as much yardage as he can get.
3rd and 5, right on the 50-yard line. Ott drops back, looking to go through the air. It's caught and then dropped by Eric Wessels. That'll fall for an incompletion. and bring up 4th down for the Wartburg Knights.
Well, again, we talked about earlier in the Buena Vista drive how mistakes can thwart drives. Well, here again is a mistake by the Wartburg team as they seem to just drop the football downfield, and it costs them a 1st down, and they'll have to punt the ball.
Ball at the 50-yard line. Wartburg will kick. The punt from Gabrielson's. Caught by Trey Else. Can't get control of it. Sort of a free fall right now. Wartburg's claiming they have it. We'll wait to see. Referees say Wartburg's come up with the ball. Trey Else back to receive the kick. Couldn't keep a handle on it.
Well,
Crucial mistake for the Beavers.
Well, there are 2 receivers back there for Buena Vista, and it caused a lot of commotion. There were a couple of defenders there as well. May have disturbed the concentration. And it's a fumble, and Wartburg's set to go at the BV 20-yard line.
As you can see here, Trey Else couldn't get the handle. Carried a monkey paw as who's going to get the ball. And now 1st and 10 for Wartburg Knights on the Buena Vista 20-yard line. Ott hands off to Smith. Smith takes it upfield for about a 7 or 8 yard gain on the play.
Nice cutback that time by Nick Smith as the offensive line opened up after the initial point of contact there. And straight up the middle, good yardage for Wartburg. Brings them down to inside the 15-yard line, about the 14.
Second short yardage to go, about 3 or 4 yards for the 1st down. 4 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Wartburg's up 7-0, looking to add on to that score. Gabrielson and Wessels, the wideouts for Wartburg. Pitch out, Darren Bolin. Flags on the play. Bolin looks to go outside.
Well, I think that that play is going to come back with a flag over here on the near side. And on that play that time, it's getting the strict sweep to the left side that time. And good blocking up front. And Wartburg able to pick up good yardage, but again, looks like it's going to come back.
Had there not been a penalty on that play, Wartburg would have had another 1st down within the 10-yard line. But with that holding, that'll bring him back to just inside the 25-yard line of Buena Vista.
The mistakes by both teams so far this afternoon have not been many, but when they have occurred, they seem to have made a big impact on the drives that each team has had. I know it's happened with a couple of dropped passes, a couple of fumbled snaps, and now a penalty hurts Wartburg and drives them back farther.
Neil Troy Gabrielson outright. The throw intended for Mike Gabrielson, intercepted by Buena Vista and Shane Hobbin. Buena Vista will take over inside their own 15-yard line, about the 13.
Well, just an excellent play that time by Shane Hobbin. He just read the quarterback and read his eyes and dropped back, and was able to just leap up and makes an excellent catch for the interception. And Buena Vista averts trouble that time and now has the ball inside their own 20-yard line.
Buena Vista looking to get something going. Hand off to Troyer. Flags on the play. He stopped just past the 15-yard line. And Matt, crucial mistakes and penalties have been really the determining factor here in this game.
They've limited both teams in terms of what they could do. I think without those mistakes, we may have a few more points up on the scoreboard than we do have right now. However, it's making for a real close game anyway.
That's right. Considering that amount of time Wartburg's controlled the ball and the number of big plays they've had, I'm surprised the score is only 7-0. Buena Vista keeping right in with them. Looking to tie it up before halftime. 3:25 left to go in the second quarter. DeMars and Troyer out left. Wilson drops back, rolls out to his right, throw.
Got him.
Intended for Jim DeMars is intercepted by Eric Steig. Wartburg will take over once again. Penalty, very late penalty on the play.
Well, that time the Buena Vista receiver had gotten by his man. However, Wilson, in his attempt to roll out. As he rolls out here after the little fake, he throws it deep, but underthrows it this time. And it's intercepted by Wartburg. And again, another turnover. And it looks like Wartburg will keep the ball. Looks like the penalty will go against Buena Vista.
As I've said, crucial mistakes have been the determining factor. Mike Wilson by far underthrowing to Jim DeMars. Makes for an easy interception by Wartburg.
Illegal man downfield is the call against Buena Vista. And on the interception, Wartburg will decline the penalty and take over now right at the 50-yard line.
Had a little extracurricular activity at the end of the play. Flags flying high into the air. That'll give Wartburg all the more better field position here. They'll take over just inside the 35-yard line of Buena Vista. Excellent field position to score once again. Buena Vista looking to hold them out.
Well, BV a few moments ago was faced with turning back the Knights deep in their territory. Now they'll have to do it again here.
The handoff is to Bolin, and he takes it up the middle for about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Again, the draw play that time by Wartburg behind the running back of the blocking of Alex Bolin again as he bowls his way straight through the middle, and a good yardage there on first down.
Okay, 2nd 3 to go, 28-yard line for the Wartburg Knights. Handoff to Darren Bolin. He looks to go to his left. He's brought down, but after getting the first down.
We've been talking about Derek Bolin and his athletic ability. That time shows his athletic quickness, good foot quickness that time, as he's able to bounce away from incoming tacklers and pick up enough yardage for the first down. It looks like it's going to be really close.
Tape measure first down. Gains it by just inches. Getting back to Darren Bolin, he was a 4-year starting quarterback at Clarksville, so he knows how to run the offense and how it should be going. Coach Don Canfield liked that, so now he's got him at running back for the Wartburg Knights. Ott drops back, looks downfield. Intended for Gabrielson and caught. He's brought down about the 6-yard line.
Nice play by Gabrielson that time, as he had good defense on him and was able to bring down the catch and avoid the would-be tackler, pick up additional yardage downfield.
1st and goal to go for the Wartburg Knights at the 6-yard line of Buena Vista College. Gabrielson, Bolin, and Troy go out as they bring in, looks like it's going to be a 3 running back system. Brian King goes in motion. Ott rolls out to his left, takes it himself, and he's in for the score. Wartburg takes another touchdown as they go up top, 13-0.
Interesting play call that time by Wartburg. They lined up with 3 backs in the backfield. One goes in motion to the left, and the other 2 block as the quarterback rolls out. Ott and is able to follow his blockers into the end zone. Nice play that time by Wartburg, and they lead 13-0.
The kick is blocked. Kick by Corey Halverson is blocked. And so the score remains at 13-0. Kick was just a little bit low to begin with. All the more opportunity for the Beavers to block it.
Well, we don't know if, again, as we look at the touchdown here, Ott able to just bulls his way into as he makes contact against the BV tacklers and gets into the end zone for the score. And that makes the score 13-0 now. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. And we'll have to see if that block extra point comes into play later on here in the ball game.
Okay, deep to receive the kick from Halverson. Jim DeMars, Jimmy Hendrickson, as well as Bruce Troyer and Jim Martin. Kick from Halverson. High, and it's heading toward the out of bounds. DeMars takes it about his own 18, and he's knocked down by Eric Wessels. And so Buena Vista will start all over again at about their own 19-yard line.
Well, those are some of the best tackles that you can make. Is you take the feet right out from under the receiver, and again, the good blocking was set up this time, as you can see here. Nice blocking up front by Bruce Troyer. However, a defender snuck in and got DeMars before he could get to his blocker.
Handoff to Troyer. He takes it up to about the 25, 26-yard line. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Buena Vista down 13-0. It'll be second, about 3 or 4 yards to go for the Buena Vista Beavers.
Sun has come out here now in Storm Lake, and it's really made for a very pleasant afternoon here.
Handoff once again to Bruce Troyer, looking for some running room. He does gain the first down at about the 31-yard line.
Well, Troyer good strong running here by Bruce Troyer around the right side, as he's able to take his tackler and avoid being taken back behind the first down marker, and he picks up the first down with 1:04 left to play.
Just over a minute to go in the first half. Buena Vista elects to take a timeout, get things set up. On that last score by Wartburg, it was sort of a giveaway takeaway between BV and Wartburg. Interception by Shane Hobbin. A couple plays later, Mike Wilson again throws an interception.
Other than the few mistakes that have been made here in the first half, again, a pretty much well-played first half. And Buena Vista here trying to at least keep control of the football here before the end of the first half.
Okay, it'll be 1st and 10 to go for the Buena Vista Beavers at their own 31-yard line. Hendrickson and Troyer in the backfield. Wilson drops back, looks downfield. Yeah. He's got DeMars. It's caught. He's going to go down to about the 10-yard line. Excellent gain on that play by Jim DeMars from Mike Wilson.
Well, Wilson, I tell you, probably threw his best pass of the day that time so far, as he rolled to his left, which is really hard for him to do being a right-handed quarterback, and just unloaded this one perfectly on the money. And it's a Buena Vista first down right around the 10-yard line. We'll see if the Beavers can get it in here before half.
1st and 10 on the 11. Wilson rolls out to his right. He's looking downfield. He's not going to have enough time. He's brought down by big Jerry Wessels, a former tight end for the Wartburg Knights, changed to defensive end just last year.
Well, that time Wilson rolling out to his right and unable to find a receiver in the end zone, and had to eat it, as nothing was available in the end zone, as you can see, still looking, and basically has to just eat it and take a timeout, stop the clock.
Mike Wilson looking to score, ran out of time and was brought down by Jerry Wessels. As I said once before, he was a tight end for his first 2 years. Now he's a defensive end. Played both positions while he was in high school at Parkersburg High School.
As you see, Vivi Playskicker warming up, and an attempted field goal will probably be in the offing here if Vivi can't get this ball into the end zone.
2nd 14 to go. Buena Vista 16-yard line. DeMars in motion left. Wilson drops back, looks downfield, and it's deflected by Dwayne Baith. of Wartburg. So we'll bring up 3rd and 14.
Well, the reason all defensive coaches teach their defensive linemen to keep their hands up is just for that reason right there. Possibly able to avoid a Buena Vista touchdown by deflecting that ball away.
Another 3rd down conversion Buena Vista needs to have if they're going to score before halftime. Wilson rolls out left. He's going to take it on his own, and he's brought down out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So that'll bring up a 4th down play.
Well, Wilson that time trying to buy some time for himself there. Rolls out to his left, still looking, trying to find it. Now he decides to go for the end zone and gets out of bounds just shy of it at about the 6-yard line.
Buena Vista takes its 2nd timeout of the half. 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Buena Vista looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon.
Buena Vista having trouble down deep in its own Wartburg's territory here. And as you look at the brain trust of the Buena Vista Beavers, trying to decide what they're going to do here on this crucial 4th down play. And 4th down and about 4 yards to go. They can pick up a 1st down at about the 1. So an interesting decision here have to be made here by the Buena Vista.
That's right. Without scoring, they can't get the 1st down. Coach Twait takes that into consideration as Mike Wilson comes back out onto the field. Buena Vista Beavers looking to punch it in from the 5-yard line. Wartburg looking to hold him out.
Well, this is a big play for Buena Vista. Let's see what they do here.
Marza Didier out right. Wilson rolls out right. Got Kerry Didier wide open. Throws it through his hands. Didier couldn't come up with it. Wide open.
Well, that time it looked like Wilson had Bruce Troyer out to the right side that time wide open and may have been able to even run it into the end zone, but decided to throw back across the field that time. And the pass falls incomplete, and Buena Vista comes up empty.
Okay, so the Wartburg Knights take over at their own 5-yard line with just over 25 seconds left to go in the first half. More than likely the last play of the half here. Handoffs to Darren Bolin, takes it up the middle. He's brought down about the 11-yard line. And so with 10 seconds left to go in the first half, Wartburg Knights lead the Buena Vista Beavers 13-0 as both teams get ready to head into the locker room for their halftime session.
Well, good first half nevertheless by both teams. Good defensive play by Buena Vista, except for the last drive in the first half and the first drive in the first quarter there. Again, good defense played in between by Buena Vista, and good defense played as well by Wartburg at the same time. And they played very sound football here in the first half and have a 13-0 lead.
That's right. Considering what we've seen, you wouldn't know that this is a number 2 team playing the number 6 team as we head into halftime here. Wartburg leading 13-0.
Sports Magazine puts fans of the Iowa Hawkeyes into the huddle with game highlights, post-game and pre-game interviews, special features, and much more. That's Hawkeye Sports Magazine, your weekly look at the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Watch Hawkeye Sports Magazine right here on Innovation Video Cable Channel 3.
Okay, Buena Vista Valor takes the field for the halftime festivities. Hall of Fame Day here at Buena Vista College. Wartburg Knights in town. They have a halftime lead of 13-0.
Final performance of the season for the Buena Vista Valor under the direction of Gary Fugman. The drum majors are Eric Tamus and Matt Pearson. Color guard captain is Jill Pearson. They were sort of disadvantaged this week because of all the snow, unable to get out in March and practice their show, but the last couple of days they were able to get outside and to brush up for this final performance of the 1990 season. The Buena Vista Valor performing here at halftime. Their final performance here of the 1990 season.
There they go, ladies and gentlemen, the Buena Vista Valor.
The Buena Vista Valor is directed by Gary Fugman, professor of bands here at Buena Vista College. The drum majors are Eric Tamas, Matt Pearson, and the flight corps captain is Jenny Pearson. We'll take a look, Scott, let's take a look at some of the first half statistics here from the first half. Total offense, I think, although only 13 points have been scored in the ball game, Wartburg has compiled 250 yards of total offense compared to BV's 139. Definitely have been on the field a little longer than BV's offense, but again, when it counts, the BV defense has been able to stop them at crucial times.
That's right. Buena Vista's had 5 first downs compared to Wartburg's 10. And rushing yardage for Buena Vista, the net yardage has been 28 compared to Wartburg's 168. Their net passing yardage as well as for Buena Vista has been 111 yards compared to Wartburg's 82.
One interesting statistic also, in terms of penalties, Wartburg was penalized 5 times for 40 yards. Buena Vista just once for 15 yards. And again, Wartburg had a number of opportunities to go in for scores, but yet due to penalties in the first half were unable to do so.
That's right. Also in ball control, Buena Vista's had 2 fumbles. One of them they've lost. Wartburg hasn't had any fumbles. And so ball control could be a key element here in the second half as well.
We talked about the performance of Darren Bolin, and he's had a big afternoon so far. 16 rushes for 95 yards, also caught a pass for 6 yards as well. We've got about a couple of minutes before the start of the second half, and we'll be back with the start of the second half in just a moment.